A quick statement, and we'll take questions.
Well, I think it was, in a lot of ways, a grinded out physical game. I give Indiana State a lot of credit for that. I thought they made it really difficult for us. They're a physical team. They're a physical team, and our guys saw that pretty early on. I think in terms of some positioning stuff, this is as good as we've been defensively. Listen, it was a quick turnaround after the other night. We had another quick turnaround, so I like the approach that our guys had throughout, and we get ready to go for Monday night.
Andrew, they out-rebounded you 12-4 at the offensive end. What made it so difficult to keep them off the balls?
Well, initially it was just effort. We just weren't given enough of it in the beginning, and that's a big thing that we just can't let happen. And normally, like you said, it's the other way around. We're ahead on that side of the game. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is rebounding comes down to effort. We got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
You have really embraced this role of coming off the bench. Are you over there with your hands in heated gloves or something? You seem to come off the bench already warmed up and ready to fire.
I mean, I got to stay informed, but I come out with energy every game. Coach wants to tell me every game. He wants me to defend, come out with energy, taking shots, my teammates.
Coach, obviously, Keelan statistically had a huge impact off the bench, but Jordan statistically didn't, but it seemed like he did in the game. Like if you just watch the game, Gather seemed to have a big impact on the game. Talk a little bit about that.
No, I thought Jordan had a really significant impact. For one, he was able to guard some of their bigger guards, which we struggled with a little bit at times. I thought Keelan really accepted that challenge, particularly on Brown, who has a terrific lead. 11 was getting to the free throw line 9 times a game, averaging 9. His free throw rate was one of the tops in the country last year. So keeping him off the line, we did a pretty good job of it. Got there 4 times. It's a pretty good job. Their whole team gets to the line a lot. Listen, I think you realize this, players win games, and I think our guys, we certainly were not perfect, and we need to be a lot better, but and I think we will. We got a lot we know we need to improve on, but they were able to make enough plays there to stretch the game in a critical moment in the second half.
How concerned were you as Butler was shooting like 60% for most of the game, and it really took very late. You really couldn't put daylight on Indiana.
Yeah, it's real simple math, really. They were getting a ton more shots because of their offensive rebound production, and they made 4 more threes than us in the first half. So that's what kept them in the game. Our efficiency offensively was good. Our field goal percentage defense was good. The bottom line is they were crushing us on the glass, and they made 4 more threes in the first half. So we limited them to 3 in the second half, which I think helped.
You talked about the defense at Jordan, but it seemed like that pass to Dunham underneath the bucket, the play as they announced it over the intercom, kind of energized your team and got you in the double digits and kind of just grew from it.
Yeah, no, I think it did. That was a good moment for us, and we kept telling them at the timeouts that hey, let's win the next possession. It's been our mantra for a long time, and let's try to stretch this thing from 7 to 9, 9 to 11. And that was critical. In 3 or 4 minute stretch where we could do that. Breathing room.
You see, Tyler Lewis has struggled a couple times against really long athletic teams. I'm not sure which one that quarterback is listed. Do you see his role changing, or do you? I mean, because where do you are now with Tyler?
I think Tyler will be fine. He's just shaking some rust off, and he's got to continue to do some of the things we're asking him to do at a higher level. He'll be fine. I think we're not worried in the least with him. I think some of it's rust, and some of it's he just got to continue to work and play better. But I think he's going to continue to get better and better. And really important moments for us.
You were better defensively if you go with Gathers and Jones along with Kellum on the perimeter as opposed to Tyler?
We are right now, sure. There's no question. We're bigger and longer and more active, for sure.
Chris, there's a lot of numbers up there that say you played really well, you know, your percentage, their percentage, all this stuff. Lance was here saying he'd be shocked if you said you played really well. How did you play?
He would say,
You'd be shocked if you said you played really well.
If
He thinks you're better than that.
you know, I don't think you ever feel like you play really well. Right, Greg? I just think that, these guys are tight guys. Very rarely am I think there's a lot we need to get better at. And I think the physical way that they took it to us in the first half comes to mind the most, and then some of our sloppy ball handling with 12 turnovers would be the other thing. But I think we got to get better. Having said that, I think we did some good things, and I think that coming back from the other night was a challenge for our guys, and I think they answered in some ways in terms of having the right approach, and we're going to have to do that again here in 2 nights.
Not how sorry to be, by the way, he was very confident.
Yeah.
Watched every game he played.
Greg's great. Yeah, Greg's great. Does a great job.
Coach, what was your scouting report on Brent Scott? He ended up being scoring off the bench. So what did you want to get done with that?
We take him off a 3-point line. I thought he was really probably the most explosive regular rotation guy in terms of making threes. He's a good driver as well, good in transition, but we wanted to limit his 3-point field goals, and he got a few on his in the first half.
Keelan, you've been a lot more attentive and in tune, it seemed like, on defense. Has that in some way enhanced your offense? Because it certainly doesn't seem like it's imperative.
I mean, really, coach wants to be active defensively, he wants to be getting steals, rebounding. I've been doing that lately, but yeah, they can transition over to offense, but defensively, that's our mindset. That's our whole team.
Which is that the biggest growth you see in him? Because Keelan is obviously a good offensive player, right?
Yeah, I think that and offensive efficiency are 2 areas that he's has to continue to make growth in. As he needs to become more efficient, obviously he was pretty damn efficient. But I'm proud of Keelan. I think he's had some really important moments for us this year, and he's got to continue to grow as a player. He's really important for us in a lot of ways.
Dumb question, Lord. Did you guys see the half-court shot?
He's one of my best friends.
Really? See, there's no dumb questions. Why is he one of your best friends?
No, I'm going to be living with them senior year, him and a couple of my buddies.
This is my information.
So yeah, I just obviously saw him out there and then heard the reaction, so I'm really happy for him.
Is he a better friend now?
I hope so. I hope I'm his best friend too.
Andrew, when was the last time you won a game without reading?
Unfortunately, it's happened this year, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, obviously with how many minutes I play, I can't let that happen. Especially, like I said, effort plays on the offensive end, just get on the glass, get a couple boards, at least keep the ball alive. I got to make sure I do a lot better with that. Then, like I said, defensively, I was used to relying on Cam so much last year, just get my guy out of there and Cam would clean it up. And I know I have to change completely with that. So, like I said, with how many minutes I played and not having a single rebound, I can't let that happen.
Coach, at the start of the season, when you scored 144 against Citadel, we kind of laughed it off. This is ridiculous. Nothing will happen like this again. And it goes through your stats for a while, but you have been so efficient on offense either since then. Are you surprised that this early in the season, and only played 7 games, that the connectedness on offense has been as good as it has been?
Well, I think it's been good, David. I do, but I still think it's too small of a sample size right now. Matter of fact, when we get stats, when John gives me stats after every game, we take the Citadel game out, and we just do a cumulative stat of the other games. So I think that it's too early to tell. Again, we're stressing efficiency, offensively and defensively. We really don't care if the game's in the 50s or in the 100s. We're trying to be really efficient on both ends. And I think we were okay in that area.
Coach, you mentioned in the first half they hit some threes, which was a problem for you. You kind of corrected in the second half, but you only took 11 threes the entire game. With you pushing the pace, is that something that you have to work on offensively, not to just throw up a shot because it's there?
But listen, I think when you guys watch the game, and you watch a lot of free throws, and the way the game's being called, if you're a perimeter jump shooting team, I'm not sure how smart you're being. So, we're certainly, Kellen's an elite shooter. We have terrific shooters. These two guys can really shoot the ball. But if you're not getting the free throw line, with the way that the game's being called right now, you're not giving your team the best chance to win.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks guys. Enjoy the game tonight.